Swadika, thank you for joining us right here on Newsline. We're broadcasting live on NBT, Radio Thailand FM 88, and also on NBT World. It's a Thursday, and the date is October 22nd, and you're with me, Sandra Han Utsaha. Welcome to today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. In our first story, the Prime Minister announced that the Bike for Dad event will be held in commemoration of His Majesty the King's 88th birthday anniversary on December 5th of 2015. Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha said the Bike for Dad event is aimed at fostering unity through the people's love for their fathers and His Majesty the King. The cycling event is also meant to promote physical and mental health as well as Thai culture. Bike for Dad will be led by His Royal Highness Crown Prince Maha Vajiralongkorn on December 11th. The event will commence in Bangkok at 3 p.m. from the Royal Plaza. The capital's bike route features rest stops at Chulalongkorn University, Thonburi Palace, and Sirirat Hospital. Other Bike for Dad events across the country will start from the province's City Hall. Thais in and outside of the kingdom are invited to participate in cycling activities in tribute to His Majesty the King. The Prime Minister has affirmed that December 11th this year will not be a government holiday. Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha, announced after his inauguration of this year's Bike for Dad event in commemoration of His Majesty the King's 88th birthday anniversary, saying the event's official day of December 11th will not be a government holiday. The Prime Minister assured that public agencies will still be operating on that day and that the government will ensure traffic safety regulations during the event. The Minister of Agriculture and Cooperatives has indicated that the country currently has less water reserves than last year and advised farmers to adapt themselves to the situation to avoid crop losses. After his meeting with the Ad Hoc Center for Tackling the Drought Crisis, Agriculture and Cooperatives Minister General Chachai Sarikanya revealed that he followed up on the water situation in the country and the center's progress in drawing up assistance measures for drought-affected agriculturists between this year and the next. The minister made known that usable water being stored in 481 large and medium-sized reservoirs across the country is now measured at approximately 17.5 billion cubic meters, a decrease from last year by 3 billion cubic meters. As for the 4 major dams in the Chao Phraya River Basin, the measurement is only at 4.3 billion cubic meters combined, which is considered critically low. Regarding the efforts to relieve the impact of drought on people, General Chachai reported much progress, especially in the provision of supplementary income for over 100,000 farmers through alternative jobs. The awareness of drought is also being promoted among farmers in the 22 provinces along the Chao Phraya River. By the end of October, the awareness-building campaign is expected to have engaged more than 200,000 farmers. The tourism minister has declared a policy to develop the tourism business on the eastern coast of Thailand. Tourism and Sports Minister Gopkan Wattanawarangkoon chaired a meeting on tourism development at the Thonburi City Hall, which was joined by representatives from various states and private agencies in Chonburi, Rayong, Chanthaburi, and Trat provinces. During the meeting, Ms. Gopkan delivered the policy to promote the travel industry on the eastern seaboard, with a vision that emphasizes environmentally friendly tourism and international standards. She told all participants that this development initiative has been put into a 3-year strategic plan, which will be implemented from 2015 to 2017. The minister added that Thailand is now moving towards the goal of quality tourism that will not focus on cheap prices anymore. The National Reform Steering Assembly, or NRSA's Committee on Drafting its Rules of Procedure, has convened to discuss the establishment of a standing committee that would oversee the reform body's performance. During the meeting, Committee Chairman Seri Suwanpanon gave Assembly members the opportunity to share their views on the new standing committee's duties and responsibilities. Committee member Suchon Chali Krua offered that the new standing committee should either oversee the overall implementation of all reform agendas or focus on one priority agenda at a time. NRSA member General Ratanawanit was of the opinion that each reform agenda have its own standing committee in order for the Assembly to successfully implement all reform agendas within its 20-month time frame. He added that the standing committees must ensure that the interpretation of each reform agenda does not violate any provisions of the new Constitution. The Constitution Drafting Commission, or CDC, has continued working on the part of the draft charter which is related to rights and freedom. CDC spokesman Amon Wanitmiwat said that charter drafters have still been drafting Section 3 of the new Constitution, which involves the rights and the freedom of Thais, particularly about the issue of privacy, reputation, and family. Mr. Amon added that the CDC has also included in this section the provision about the protection of people's freedom in their own residence and their rights and freedom to share opinions. He said that these details are intended to help the society achieve reconciliation. The CDC spokesman also said that the charter drafters have written a new section related to the duties of the government, which range from their control of any political gatherings while making sure that they are in accordance with laws. Chiang Rai has begun efforts to promote important tourist sites in the northern province with the help of New Zealand's Miss Universe as the province's tourism ambassador. Director of Chiang Rai's tourism office, Isara Sathapana, said, together with executives of BB Clinic, the president of Nok Air, and the Media and Public Relations Association of Chiang Rai, held a reception to welcome New Zealand's Miss Universe, Rachel Millens. Other beauties, including previous and current pageant winners, also attended the event. The reception held at Dusit Island Resort was also attended by the media, who gathered to help promote various tourist sites as Chiang Rai Province welcomes the year's peak tourist season. And Kobanluk Dalmasai Tong is a famous champion Muay Thai fighter. He's now spreading his Muay Thai knowledge to people in New York, where he owns and runs a Muay Thai training camp. And NBT World Correspondent Joel Gershon was in New York not too long ago and caught up with Kun Koban at his training facility and brings us this story.
Kobanluk Dalmasai Tong was once one of the premier Muay Thai fighters in Thailand, and he was a champion at Lumpini Stadium in the early 1990s. After coming to the U.S. to fight, he decided that he enjoyed teaching people there about the sport that he loved so much. After many years of training Americans, Kun Koban has now opened his own training camp in the heart of Manhattan, where hundreds of people come each week to train and learn from the best.
Since 1994, I came here for fight. First time I stay in California, and then I moved to New York since 1999. So that time I still teach to gym, to another gym. I didn't have my own page yet at that time. But back then, 20 years ago, Muay Thai just start. People don't know yet. But now, all world, I guess, they know Muay Thai. But how to make Muay Thai popular? In New York City, it's not easy for to do business. But New York is good because a lot of people want to work out, get in shape, and then want to learn, but not too many people want to fight.
Koban's friend Kongnapa Wacharawit was also once a champion at Ratchadamnern Stadium and now has joined Koban as a teacher in training in the New York Muay Thai Center.
Have been in US for like 17 years. What's that? 98, I think 1998. I still fight and training, teaching, working. You know, it's all everything. You know, and we keep moving. You know, we keep moving to other bed. And they say, that the last one probably going to be New York. I'm not sure the last. I should be happy. I don't know. You know, hopefully a good place for me to stay. Yeah.
Because they move too much. Because now we get old.
But even though they feel at home in the Big Apple, they still miss their family and friends in Thailand.
ก็คิดถึงทุกคนเหมือนกันนะครับก็นานๆก็กลับไปก็ได้เจอเพื่อนเจออะไรก็โอเคก็อยากจะฝากสวัสดีกับเพื่อนๆทุกคนแล้วก็รุ่นน้องรุ่นพี่หรือว่าโปรโมเตอร์ทุกท่านหัวหน้าคณะอะไรถ้ามีเวลาโอกาสจะไปเยี่ยมครับผมก็สวัสดีครับ
Thanks to Kun Koban and Kun Kongnapa for their time. And if you find yourself in New York City and want to learn Muay Thai from two legends, check out Koban's Muay Thai camp. For NBT World, this is Joel Gershon.
Thank you to Joel for that report, and that is the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. It's time for a quick break now, but first here's a look at the exchange rates and also the commodity prices.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. The fourth core value: seeking direct and indirect knowledge and education.
Even if we don't see them, they are amongst us. And they're hungry. Slay your power-sucking monsters. Take their power away. Think when you plug.
ASEAN Political and Security Community. Prevent being deceived. Prevent being forced. Prevent being injured. The problem of human trafficking in children, women, and labor has been increasingly severe. Thailand and the ASEAN Intergovernmental Commission on Human Rights are working together to get rid of these problems in order to be fully accepted by the international community. One vision, one identity, one community.
Multiple perspectives, insightful commentary on Thailand with The Insider every Sunday morning at 10:30 on NBT and NBT World.
Welcome to ASEAN, a community comprised of 10 countries. each with its unique culture and history, now unifying to bring added prosperity to the region. For centuries, each country remained independent, but now we are coming together to compete in the 21st century globalized world. ASEAN is bringing together more than 600 million citizens and a total land area of 4.4 million square kilometers, and is providing economic opportunities, trade, travel, and new educational possibilities. The combined GDP of all 10 ASEAN countries comes to a total of $2.4 trillion, which means the ASEAN entity ranks amongst the world's major economic powers. The future is here. Welcome to ASEAN, the community of opportunities. The Southeast Asia region is now becoming one.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. Our reporter went to Laos and came across an interesting restaurant combining the usual Thai restaurant features with those which are considered unique to Laos. And the restaurant has operated for 7 strong years. Let's find out more with Banut Sisansap.
There's a comfortable and relaxing feeling along the Laos side of the famous Mekong River. Its charm has attracted many investors from Thailand who see good opportunities here in Laos, especially in the restaurant business. Among the many restaurants opening up here in Vientiane is the Khong View restaurant, considered to be one of the most popular. The restaurant is co-owned by both Thai and Laotian investors and serves a mix of delicious Lao, Thai, Asian, and Western cuisine at a charming riverside location, and also features live music every night. This was a new concept at the time in Laos when it was opened in 2008. And by now, the restaurant has captured customers' hearts for more than 7 years.
The highlights of our restaurants are that it's right along the Mekong River and offer a warm, welcoming, lively atmosphere, which has made customers to feel like home. We have our major branch in Chiang Mai, and we have expanded into Vientiane, and we are the first restaurant to offer this kind of experience for our customers since 7 years ago.
The restaurant has 85 tables, being able to accommodate 250 to 400 guests a day, with 35 staff on duty, offering various dining options. There are national and international cuisines, ranging from local Laotian food to Japanese, Western, or Thai food to accommodate different customers. The numbers of customers are growing every year, and 30% of customers are foreign. Khong View restaurant is a great example for many investors who are interested in investing in a restaurant here. In Laos, many policies have been loosened recently in order to support foreign investors. However, Mr. Chai Mongkol suggested that investors should study and fully understand the laws and regulations here.
When we made a request to open this restaurant, our business has to follow the regulations in Laos strictly, such as making sure that the business does not disturb the nearby community or harm the environment. And the community and the restaurants must be able to coexist peacefully.
Strolling along the Laos riverside, it is clear that the restaurant businesses are attracting more foreign investors, especially Thais who are interested in expanding their businesses abroad. The Laotian government also provides great support to other fields of investment, especially agriculture and tourism, and the government has allocated special economic zones, offering concessions such as tax exemptions for up to 10 years, reduced income tax by half, and also import tax will also be exempted for products that are processed within the country for export. So it might be time to consider Laos as your next business venture, since it does seem to be a great place for some who are expanding their businesses within ASEAN. For NBT World, I'm Banot Sisansap in Vientiane, Laos.
And in news from elsewhere in the world, a few dozen demonstrators held a protest outside London's Guildhall on Wednesday night, whilst the mayor of the City of London hosted a banquet in honor of Chinese President Xi Jinping. In the presence of the Duke of York, the City of London Corporation, and the Lord Mayor of the City of London, the banquet was hosted in honor of the President and Madame Peng. On their arrival, the couple were greeted by a royal salute given by the Guard of Honor, and the Chinese national anthem was played. Protests on the street against the communist leader have been small so far, despite activists accusing British Prime Minister David Cameron of courting Chinese money while brushing aside criticism of a crackdown on civil liberties since Xi came to power in 2012. Around 100 people protested in Berlin on Wednesday against a visit by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Holding banners reading Netanyahu war criminal and stop killing Palestinians, they demonstrated in front of the Chancellery, where Netanyahu was expected to meet with German Chancellor Angela Merkel on Wednesday evening. Palestinian protester Ahmed Salon told Reuters TV the Israeli government was worse than the Nazi regime. Netanyahu provoked a Holocaust controversy on Wednesday, hours before the visit to Germany, by saying that the Muslim elder in Jerusalem during the 1940s convinced Adolf Hitler to exterminate the Jews. German Chancellor Angela Merkel said following talks with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Wednesday that the building of Jewish settlements was counterproductive and urged Israel and the Palestinians to calm the situation after weeks of violence. Prime Minister Netanyahu reiterated that his nation wants nothing but peace. On Thursday, he was expected to hold meetings in Berlin with U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry, the European Union's foreign policy chief Federica Mogherini, and German Foreign Minister Frank-Walter Steinmeier. U.S. Vice President Joe Biden said on Wednesday he would not seek the Democratic nomination for president in 2016, ending months of suspense and removing a huge political obstacle for frontrunner Hillary Clinton. In deciding not to run, Biden, 72, appeared to succumb to his own doubts about whether he and his family were ready for a grueling campaign, while still mourning his son Beau, who died of brain cancer in May. His son had urged him to run. Clinton's slipping poll numbers had cracked open a door to a late bid by the affable Biden, leading to calls from his supporters to seek the presidency. But what was widely hailed as a command performance by Clinton in the October 13th Democratic debate turned the tide back in her favor and quieted talk that she was vulnerable in her quest for her party's nomination for the November 2016 election. And that's all we have for you in this edition of Newsline. If you have any comments or suggestions, then do feel free to email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can follow us on Facebook by simply typing in NNT, and check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/en. We're going to say goodbye today with footage of the annual Clowns Convention in Mexico City. For Newsline, I'm Sandra Hanusaha. Have a great day. Sawadee ka.